My friends and I are like beads strung up together, forming the most bizarre friendship bracelet, like one you'd make as a joke, but never actually wear in public. We are pastel purples and violent reds and grassy greens all clashing together. Some beads small and round and others blockish and clunky, but all tied together by the same white strings forming that thick, sturdy rope. It didn't matter what you wore. We were the one bracelet better work for all types of outfits kind of people. Middle school was the time of accidentally ripped tights and unfashionable flannel. Like the sore thumb you broke on purpose, we all sat next to each other in the most cramped way possible. Shoes digging into the seat of someone else's pants and backpacks toppling over, messy and just disjointed, but not a single gap in our circle. My bracelet was already finished. There was no time for any add on decorations. For this first time in a long while, I had people who I was sure would pick up the phone if I called. People who would pull me out of panic attacks because I'm not as indestructible as I try to seem. But with time and wear, the rope's colors began to fade and the threads began to fray. Some of the strings on the verge of snapping and scattering those precious few beads everywhere. And when they did finally snap and the beads fell off, I really did try and preserve them, snatching them off floors whenever they fell and using more string and tape to try and hold everything intact to last just one more day. But when the first bead went missing, I gave up, taking off my bracelet for the first time in years and letting it sit on the shelf to collect dust. Now, we all sit in a row, backpacks lined up neatly against each other. We lean back on them and sweat under a sun that hasn't heard of mercy except there is no we, just me. Sitting amongst a dozen backpacks, but not a single person next to me, they are all over there, huddled together in a circle, maybe 2 feet away from me. Yet I've never felt so far away. Sitting in that messy, disjointed circles seems like a faraway thought now. Or maybe more like a mirage, a dream that only existed in my head. Because around everyone's wrist, there seems to be a friendship bracelet, but I'm the only one with decaying strings in my hand. When a stranger asked me if I was okay after I had a long day, I could feel my eyes watering. Because they weren't the first ones to notice I was upset, but the only one to ask why.